Russia launched another large-scale drone and missile attack against Ukrainian cities overnight on March 22, targeting Kharkiv, Zaporizhia, and Kryvyi Rih, primarily aiming at the energy infrastructure. Attacks were also reported in Khmelnytsky, Odessa, Mykolaiv, Vinnytsia, Kirovohrad, Lviv, Sumy, Poltava, and Ivano-Frankivsk oblasts. Regional authorities said that there were at least 3 killed and 20 injured among the casualties reported so far. The enemy launched one of the largest attacks on the Ukrainian energy sector in recent weeks, Energy Minister Herman Helishchenko wrote on Facebook. The goal is not just to damage it, but, just like last year, to cause a large-scale disruption in the country's energy system. Russian forces launched a campaign of mass strikes against Ukraine's power grid in late 2022 and early 2023 but failed to put it out of action. Zaporizhya's Dnipro hydroelectric station, Ukraine's largest hydroelectric power plant, was hit during the attack, Ukrhydroenergo announced on March 22. The company reported fire at the station but said there is no threat of a breach, adding that the situation is under control. Traffic across Zaporizhya's Dnipro Dam was blocked following the Russian attack, the police in Zaporizhia Oblast said. A trolleybus was hit and caught on fire when a Russian projectile targeted the dam, said Petro Andriashenko, an advisor to the exiled mayor of Mariupol. The prosecutor general's office said that at least one person had been killed as a result of the attack on the dam and power station. There were conflicting reports about the number of casualties in Zaporizhia Oblast. The State Emergency Service said at 10:48 a.m. local time that 10 people had been injured. Governor Ivan Fedorov said earlier that Russian missiles destroyed 4 houses and damaged over 40 in the city proper, situated on the Dnipro River just north of the Kakhovka Reservoir. The dam is 800 meters long and holds up a water reservoir of approximately 3.3 cubic kilometers. Last year, Russian forces destroyed the Kakhovka Dam and the adjacent hydroelectric station located downstream of the Dnipro Dam, causing a humanitarian and ecological catastrophe across southern Ukraine. Overnight on March 22, Russian forces also struck the energy infrastructure in the city of Kharkiv, leading to a near-complete loss of power in the city. At least 15 explosions were reported. The State Emergency Service said at 10:23 local time that about 700,000 Kharkiv residents were left without power. One employee of a damaged energy infrastructure facility in the city was reportedly injured. Regional authorities also said that critical infrastructure was hit in Dnipropetrovsk Oblast, namely in Kryvyi Rih, as well as in the Pavlorad, Kamiansk, and Dnipro districts. No casualties were reported. The Zaporizhia nuclear power plant, Europe's largest nuclear power station currently occupied by Russia, is in an extremely dangerous situation following the attack, Energodom announced. An external power line that links the station to Ukraine's energy system was disconnected following the strikes, the Ukrainian state-owned company said. There is only one remaining connection to Ukraine's power grid at the moment. The situation is extremely dangerous and threatens to cause an emergency. If the last communication with the domestic power grid is severed, the Zaporizhia nuclear power plant will suffer another blackout, Energoatom head Petro Kotin said. At 10:53 local time, Energodom reported that the power line had been repaired in Lviv Oblast. A Russian drone hit an energy infrastructure facility in the Stry district, Governor Maxim Kozitsky reported. A fire broke, but it has been extinguished by firefighters. As of now, there is no information about casualties, Kozitsky wrote on Telegram. The attacks injured at least 2 people and damaged a critical infrastructure facility in Ivano-Frankivsk Oblast, Governor Svetlana Onyshchuk and the State Emergency Service said. No power outages were reported in the region. 2 people were killed in Khmelnytsky Oblast, and at least 8 were wounded, Interior Minister Igor Klimenko said. Rescue workers are continuing to search for other possible casualties amid the rubble. Russia launched 60 Shahid-type drones and almost 90 missiles of various types against Ukraine in the overnight strike, President Volodymyr Zelensky said authorities are working to restore electricity supply in the affected regions, he added. There are no delays in Russian missiles like there are in assistance to our country, Zelensky wrote on Telegram. Shahids are not undecisive, like some politicians. It is important to understand the cost of delays. Patriot systems must protect Kharkiv and Zaporizhia. Polish and other Allied jets were scrambled in response to the attacks, the operational command of Poland's armed forces said. Ukraine's air defense is in an increasingly difficult situation as ammunition supplies from the U.S., a key military donor, remain blocked due to political disputes in Congress.